October 31st, 1981. The cottage in Godric's Hollow is in ruins, but as the smoke clears, it's not Hagrid who arrives first. It's a man in expensive, dark robes, his silver family ring glinting in the moonlight. He's standing over the body of James Potter, but he isn't crying. He looks satisfied. Then, he turns to the shadows where a dark figure is waiting.
"It is done, my lord. The blood traitor is dead. The House of Black has fulfilled its vow."
Wait, Sirius Black? The man who died for Harry? The man who hated everything his family stood for? In this timeline, the Sorting Hat didn't listen to his silent plea for Gryffindor. It saw the ambition, the pride, and the ancient blood, and it screamed, "Slytherin!" Today, we are exploring the most tragic what-if of all. What happens when the most loyal friend in the wizarding world is forced into the den of snakes? Does he change Slytherin, or does Slytherin break him? The noble snake. What if Sirius Black was sorted into Slytherin? Let's go back to 1971. 11-year-old Sirius Black sits on the stool. In our world, he sat there thinking, "Not Slytherin, not Slytherin." But what if, in that moment, he felt a flicker of fear? What if the voice of his mother, Walburga, was louder in his head than his own desire for freedom? The hat shouts, "Slytherin!" and the great hall goes silent. On the Gryffindor table, a young James Potter, who had just shared a laugh with Sirius on the train, looks away. The bond is broken before it even begins. Think about how lonely that first night must have been. Sirius walks to the Slytherin table. He is greeted as a prince. Lucius Malfoy pats him on the back. Regulus, his younger brother, will later look up to him with pride instead of shame. But Sirius feels like he's just stepped into a golden cage. In this world, Sirius doesn't become a marauder. He doesn't have the late-night talks in the Gryffindor common room. He is surrounded by the future Death Eaters. At first, he resists. He's rebellious. He's rude. But Slytherin is a house of peer pressure. Slowly, the constant talk of blood purity and family honor starts to wear him down. He doesn't have James to pull him toward the light. He only has the cold, calculating influence of the Black family. He becomes the perfect Slytherin, charming, arrogant, and dangerously talented. As the years pass at Hogwarts, Sirius becomes the leader of the Slytherin elite. He's a king. He has the looks, the money, and the power. But there's a hole in his life. Every time he passes James Potter in the corridor, there's a moment of eye contact. James looks at him with disgust. Sirius looks at James with a hidden, agonizing longing. To James, Sirius is just another pure-blood elitist. To Sirius, James represents the life he was too weak to choose.
He thinks he's so noble, standing there with his light magic and his muggle-born friends. He doesn't understand the weight of a name. He doesn't know what it's like to have a mother whose love is a blade at your throat.
By the time they graduate, Sirius doesn't join the Order of the Phoenix. He can't. His mother has already arranged his initiation. He's branded with the Dark Mark alongside his cousin Bellatrix. But here's the twist. Sirius is better at being a Death Eater than anyone else. He's not a fanatic like Bella, and he's not a coward like Lucius. He's a strategist. He uses his Gryffindor-like boldness to lead raids that are terrifyingly efficient. Voldemort prizes him. He becomes the Dark Lord's golden general. The House of Black is restored to its former glory, and Sirius is the crown jewel. Now we reach the darkest part of the timeline. The prophecy. Voldemort is hunting the Potters. In our world, James trusted Sirius because they were brothers. In this world, James still trusts him. Why? Because even in Slytherin, Sirius couldn't completely kill his love for James. For years, Sirius has been secretly protecting James from the shadows. He's been misdirecting Death Eater attacks. He's been a double agent, not for Dumbledore, but for James. James and Lily, desperate and running out of options, receive a secret message. Sirius meets James in the middle of the night.
James, listen to me. They're coming for you. Dumbledore can't protect you forever. Let me be your secret keeper. I'm the only one who knows how Voldemort thinks.
You wear his mark, Sirius. You've killed for him.
I've done what I had to do to stay close. I'm doing this for you. Trust me, just this once.
James, remembering the boy on the train from all those years ago, makes the fatal mistake. He agrees. He thinks Sirius is coming back to the light, but Sirius is trapped. Voldemort suspects a traitor in his ranks. He summons Sirius. He uses legitimacy. He sees the secret. Sirius doesn't give it up willingly. He fights. He screams. But Voldemort is a god of the mind. He rips the location of Godric's Hollow from Sirius's brain. Sirius is left broken on the floor, knowing that his protection has just signed his best friend's death warrant. Halloween night happens, the Potters die. But in this world, Sirius isn't blamed for the crime, he is celebrated for it. Voldemort dies after the curse rebounds on Harry, and the Death Eaters flee. Sirius is seen as the hero of the dark side. He's the man who successfully delivered the Potters. Sirius goes to the ruins of the house. He finds baby Harry. In our world, he gave Harry to Hagrid. In this world, he picks up the child and feels a surge of absolute soul-crushing hatred, not for the child, but for himself.
I killed them. I tried to save them and I killed them. I am a Black. I am exactly what I feared I would be.
Sirius doesn't go to Azkaban. He's too powerful, too well connected. He stays free. He spends the next 10 years as the head of the House of Black, raising his own children, living in luxury. But he is a ghost. He drinks to forget. He stares at the Marauders map, which he stole from the Ministry, archives, and watches the dot of Harry Potter at the Hogwarts. When Harry finally comes to Hogwarts, Sirius is on the Board of Governors. He watches Harry from across the Great Hall. Harry looks exactly like James. Every time Harry smiles, it's a dagger in Sirius's heart. The climax of this story happens in Harry's 3rd year. Not in the Shrieking Shack, but in Sirius's private study at Grimmauld Place. Harry has discovered the truth. He thinks Sirius murdered his parents in cold blood.
You sold them out. You were his best friend, and you killed him.
I did, and every day since then, I have wished for the courage to follow him into the grave. Kill me, Harry. Do what I was too weak to do. End the line of Black.
This what-if shows us that the Sorting Hat doesn't just decide your friends. It decides the person you are allowed to become. If Sirius had been a Slytherin, his loyalty would have been twisted by the gravity of his family's expectations. He would have lived a life of glory that felt like ashes in his mouth. It makes you realize that Sirius Black's greatest act of bravery wasn't fighting Death Eaters. It was sitting on that stool and having the courage to be different. But what do you think? Could Sirius have stayed good even in Slytherin? Would James have ever forgiven him? And do you think Harry would have eventually seen the man behind the mask, or would he have finished the job his father couldn't? Let me know in the comments. This was a heavy one, requested by one of our followers. If you enjoyed this dark alternate history, smash that like button and subscribe to Omniva. We're digging deeper into the wizarding world every week. I'm Omniva, and remember, we are not our ancestors. We are the choices we make today.